Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood. Now at 5 p.m.
Now at 5, tomorrow is election day for some Central Floridians for a key seat in Congress. We're looking at the heavy hitters that are getting involved and the extra weight this race is carrying. And later, these Starliner astronauts are speaking publicly for the first time since returning to Earth. Hear what they have to say. And breaking right now, a multi-car crash in New Smyrna Beach as the South Causeway Bridge shut down. Police tell us they were after a reckless driver when the driver took off toward the bridge. Police say at least 5 cars were involved in this crash. 2 people, including the driver, who police were after, were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. As soon as we learn more information, we'll bring it to you here on air and online. But first, WKMG is hitting the road again today, this time covering the city of Oviedo. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lisa Bell.
And I'm Emily McLeod. You're watching News 6 at 5. Matt Austin is here tonight, but we will get to him in a moment. If you're a frequent News 6 viewer, you may have seen our Hits the Road coverage before. We would dedicate a full day of newscasts to one community, most recently Ormond Beach, and we're doing it a little differently this time.
Yeah, so instead of dedicating all of our coverage for an entire day, we're going to be checking in for part of each show every day for an entire week.
And that's where we want to bring in anchor Matt Austin, who's kicking off our Hits the Road coverage today. Matt, it looks gorgeous in Oviedo.
I know I have the unenviable job of hanging out here on a beautiful day so far out in Oviedo. And I'm at Center Lake Park. This place is turning 100 years old out in this beautiful community. So we are highlighting the hidden gems, the history, and also some of the issues that people have written us about in regards to the growth and the things happening around here. But before we talk about it, I want to show you where it is because not everybody knows. We serve a huge market, so let's tell you exactly where Oviedo is. It is situated right between UCF and Lake Jessup, right on the Seminole side of the line when it comes to Orange County. And again, I am at Center Lake Park where they're going to have a big 100-year celebration coming up. We're going to talk about that, as well as Eric Von Enken's going to join me in just a few minutes to talk about tasers. If you ever say, "Don't tase me, bro," in Oviedo, you might feel this story. They have a new technology coming with tasers. Eric's going to join me here in just a few minutes. But while the weather is perfect right now here in Oviedo, things could get a little interesting. Storms are headed for parts of our market tonight. I want to bring in Julie Broughton for a look at your weather. Julie.
Matt, it looks absolutely beautiful where you are right now, but that west coast sea breeze has set up. That is pushing inland, so that is bringing some heavy rain and quite a bit of lightning for some of us out there, especially throughout parts of Lake and Sumter counties. We'll go in a little bit closer for you on the radar and take away the lightning so you can see the reflectivity rates. And when we're seeing those areas of yellow, orange, and magenta, that's where we're seeing very heavy rain, around 2 to 4 inches of rain falling per hour in some spots. And the radar is indicating we could be seeing a little bit of hail in this cell near Center Hill up toward Hawthorne. Also a possibility for you to be seeing some of that hail, and that is now tracking over towards Zellwood. Now, all of that is tracking to the east, so we will keep that potential for some isolated strong storms around for about the next 3 hours or so. Here's what it looks like along the east coast, where the east coast sea breeze not really cranking just quite yet. We are seeing a whole lot of blue sky out there right now on our Daytona Beach sky cam. 88 degrees, but it feels like 90, and we are going to keep the heat around. We'll tell you when we'll have more 90-degree readings in the picture coming up.
All right, Julie, thank you. Tomorrow is Election Day for some Central Floridians to decide who will represent them on Capitol Hill.
State Senator Randy Fine and Joshua Weil are both running for U.S. House District 6, a large district covering parts of Flagler, Lake, Marion, and Volusia counties in Central Florida. The district has voted Republican in every election for nearly 40 years, but some wonder if that could be changing. Joshua Weil, the Democrat in the race, has raised almost $9.5 million in this election and spent more than $8 million. Fine has raised almost $1 million and spent almost $900,000. Now, by comparison, in November, Michael Waltz raised just under $3 million when he won re-election. A Republican candidate has won every election in that district since 1989.
So this is why it is such a big deal. Now, if this seat were to go blue, there are 4 vacancies in the House right now, including that seat and Matt Gaetz's old seat from the Florida Panhandle. 2 other vacancies are from Democratic representatives who passed away this month. If they all were to go blue, House Republicans would have just a 1-vote edge over Democrats. News 6's Laverne McGee is giving us an update on the race, including some of the heavy hitters who are getting involved.
All right, Laverne, thank you. Well, a big part of every time we hit the road are looking at the unique and creative ways law enforcement helps to keep our community safe.
So we want to get back out to anchor Matt Austin, who is live in Oviedo tonight to see how police there are getting results. Matt?
Yeah, only on 6 tonight. We're talking about brand new tasers. They haven't gotten new ones in about 5 years out here in Oviedo. And it's interesting for the officers who are, what do you say, shooting them or inserting them into
Firing
people?
Them, right.
Very interesting
Right,
if you ever happen to get hit by one of these things. Yeah. So Eric Von Anken joins me out here to talk about the differences in this new taser technology.
Yeah, so first of all, Matt, the voltage on these new tasers far lower. So 1/50th of the voltage that these old tasers would inject into people. And you've seen the videos of, the reaction to someone getting tased. I mean, it's
pretty
intense.
violent. Yeah.
50,000 volts, 50,000 down to like 1,000. Second of all, so I actually brought one of the cartridges, so we were training earlier today, you're about to see that, from these new tasers. So this is only one prong. This prong is actually what pierces somebody's skin and delivers the electrical jolt. The old tasers, when they fired, 2 prongs came out. So the hard part is if somebody's running, you're trying to hit that person with both of those prongs, and often that'd be very difficult. Now, there's only 1 shot, and they actually have 10 cartridges. So 10 times they can fire instead of 2, and only 1 prong has to hit that person.
All right.
So I asked Sergeant Weaver, is there anything these new tasers don't do? He said they do not what's called, Matt, drive stun. Okay, so what's that? So you've seen a lot of these body camera clips, right, where once the person's tased, that the officer takes the taser and puts it up against his or her skin and pulls that trigger. It's called, again, drive stunning, right? And the idea is it doesn't immobilize the person anymore. It doesn't make them freeze. It's just painful, incredibly painful. Again, the old taser is some 50,000 volts. This one does not do that intentionally because Sergeant Weaver was saying so many of the lawsuits come from, against police departments regarding tasers, this drive stunning, which they can no longer do anymore. So it went for the police department and for the people who might have gotten stunned.
The whole story, I'm sitting there waiting for you to get stunned, for you to try. It's only 1,000 volts.
I volunteered our photographer, Destiny. She said no. She said she needs to do getting results at home. I get it.
I get that. That makes perfect sense. Real quick, can you talk about the cost of these? Was it really
I asked
expensive?
that question. It's about the same as the old ones. There's really no cost savings to the taxpayer. It used to be that they have a contract. So this is pretty standard with police departments. They do 5 years at a time. They pay Axon, which is the company. This one is about $1 million for all 5 years, but it includes upgrades of the next tasers, also includes upgrades of the body cameras and the dash cameras. And this is key. I didn't realize this storage of all that video that those body cameras capture, because remember, they're rolling all day, all night long, and then they can get access to the body camera footage, police department, when they need it, in case, somebody wants to see it. They got to review an incident.
Yeah, $1 million for more than just tasers. That's a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Eric Von Anken, great story. Thank you so much. We're going to send it back into the ladies for a look at your day's news around Central Florida. We'll be back out here in just a few minutes.
All right, Matt, Eric, thank you. Well, maybe more than any other crew in years, the 2 Starliner astronauts caught the attention and hearts of Americans.
Coming up next at 5, we are hearing from Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams for the first time since returning to Earth.
Sponsored by Launch Credit Union. Go beyond.
I've dreamt of reporting news here since I was in the 2nd grade because this is my hometown. Growing up in Brevard, I loved watching shuttle launches with my family. I think that's where I get my sense of adventure. I want to be able to help the people here by telling their stories and helping them get results. That's the perfect day for me. Start your day differently. I'm Crystal Moyer. Watch News 6 Mornings.
Weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. right here on News 6. Watch Lisa Bell weekdays on News 6 starting at 4 p.m.
The NASA astronauts who spent an unexpected 9 months in space are weighing in on their extended time in orbit.
Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore held their first press conference since returning to Earth earlier this month. CBS's Christian Benavides shows us how they are adjusting to gravity.
Unbelievable to know that they spent 9 months in space when they were supposed to spend 9 days in space. I mean,
yeah, but you know, they're back home, safe now, and hopefully enjoying life back here on Earth.
Getting adjusted back to Earth. I can't believe she's going on runs, doing better than I would be. Let's get you on over to meteorologist Julie Broughton to tell us what the weather is like here on Earth. Really lovely day here in Central Florida after what we had yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was rough. Those showers and storms started early in the day as expected, and just as we talked about today, our activity is more sea breeze driven. So our west coast sea breeze has been dominant, but the east coast sea breeze is starting to get cranky, so we're seeing some showers sparking up in Flagler and Volusia counties, also down in Osceola County, starting to see some showers and thunderstorms firing as well. And where those sea breezes collide is where things could get a little dicey for us later today. But even we're seeing some strong storms along that west coast sea breeze right now. Because of that, we do have a special weather statement for Lake and Orange counties. Because of this group of thunderstorms, it is dropping some small hail, also producing winds up to 50 miles per hour. So I'll track from the leading edge of this cluster of storms for you. All of this is moving off toward the east, right around 15 miles per hour or so. So on that path, you can see the leading edge of some of these stronger storms will move into areas like Pine Lakes in the next 9 minutes, Wekiva 12 minutes, Pine Hills 12 minutes, and Markham in about the next 20 minutes. So I do think where we see those sea breezes collide over the next couple of hours, that's where we could see some even more intense activity. This is what it looks like for you right now. This is our Light Orlando delivering hope together over downtown Orlando. And I've been showing this camera all afternoon, and you can see even just in the last 15 minutes, we're starting to see a little bit more vertical development with the clouds, starting to see a little bit more gray out there. Right now sitting at 89 degrees. It feels like 91. We are going to keep the heat around each and every day for our extended forecast. 88 in the Villages, 77 in Leesburg and Claremont, where you're enjoying some of that rain-cooled air, though probably not enjoying all the lightning, the gusty winds, and the hail. 88 degrees right now in Daytona Beach. Your hour-by-hour forecast keeps rain chances at 20 to 30% as we move through the rest of the evening hours. This is Bella. She's a rescue enjoying her fabulous new life. We cool to 80 degrees by 8 o'clock, and by 9 o'clock, I think most of us are dry at 77. Click Orlando.com/pins to share your pet photos with us. Here's your clouds and rain forecast. Notice about 7 o'clock, I think the west coast sea breeze and the east coast sea breeze will collide, likely in areas like eastern Osceola County and western Brevard County. Notice where the models are indicating kind of that bullseye over Cocoa Beach with the purple. We will see things intensifying with that sea breeze collision. And then the dominant flows from the west. That will push everything back out over the Atlantic, and we'll gradually see our skies clearing as we head through the overnight hours. Now, we do have a front well to our north that's not going to be able to get through central Florida, but it could spark a few isolated showers tomorrow morning as it tries to get a little bit closer to us, but rain chances overall tomorrow will be low. So your pinpoint accurate forecast for tonight, 69 for our overnight low. After the storms wrap up, we could see some light fog toward morning. 7-day forecast showing those highs staying around 90 by the weekend, 91 both Saturday and Sunday. Our next front comes into the area Monday into Tuesday. This could be a strong one that could bring us some relief as far as the heat by the middle of next week.
All right, Julie, thank you. After the break, the new concerns coming from a popular breakfast replacement.
Your Monday evening traffic alert. Listen, we had some weather go through yesterday. Not going to happen today, so watch out over the turnpike, especially during your overnight hours out here. North End, I'm talking north of Mineola, all the way up towards 27. We will see heavy lane closures. They're really good at picking that up right around 6 o'clock in the morning. And then 417. If you travel out here anytime after 8 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning, you see all those signs and some lane closures. So I'm talking from all the way up here to 419, even down further south into Orange County. I'm Trooper Steve with the News 6 traffic alert. Drive safely. I'll catch you in the morning.
No matter what's happening where you live, trust Sky 6 to get you the bigger picture. Exclusively sponsored by attorney Dan Newland. Central Florida weather changes constantly. Grab the Pinpoint Weather app from the App Store. The app is like having a News 6 meteorologist in your pocket. Boom, there's the radar. Boom, there's the forecast. Download the free News 6 Pinpoint Weather app now. Sponsored by Renewal by Anderson.
Want News 6 straight to your inbox? Sign up for your favorite newsletter at clickorlando.com/newsletter. Sign up for In the Loop Theme Park Scoops, Setting the Stage, and Florida Foodie, just to name a few. Sponsored by the Florida Lottery.
We've been talking about egg prices for months, and a lot of people have been looking for alternatives for the breakfast staple.
And some of those, unfortunately, are now being recalled. More than 200,000 pounds of liquid egg substitutes are being recalled because they may contain bleach. All of the items are 32 ounces or 2-pound cartons. Here are the specific products: Egg Beater's Original Liquid Egg Substitute and Egg Beater's Cage-Free Original Frozen Egg Substitute, as well as an identical Spanish language product, and Bob Evans Better 'n Eggs made with real egg whites. All products have a best by date of this August or March 2026. There have been no reports of anyone getting sick from the products, but if you have any at home, you're asked to throw them out.
And as people try to come up with alternative methods to get their eggs in the morning, one business in Tavares came up with a creative way to fill that need. Anchor Ginger Gadsden met up with the founder of Crazy Coop Rentals in Tavares. They rent out chickens and coops to families who are looking for farm fresh eggs. You can read more about how it works in this article on clickorlando.com.
Well, school attendance is an issue for many districts across Central Florida, and we're looking at the new proposal in Tallahassee to get and keep more students in the building.
And the Gators are Final Four bound. We're checking in with the team, and we'll be checking in with Matt again as we hit the road to Oviedo. We'll be right back. Glad you're with us. I'm Emily McLeod.
And I'm Lisa Bell. You're watching News 6 at 5. And if you're just joining us, here are some of the stories you missed at the top of the hour.
Tomorrow is special election day to fill one of the 2 vacant seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. In District 6, Republican Randy Fine and Democrat Josh Weil are running to replace Mike Waltz. He left to become President Trump's national security advisor. Voting is tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams held their first press conference since returning from the International Space Station following a 9-month stay in space. Both astronauts say they're adjusting to life on Earth. Williams says she's already back running again. And lanes are slowly reopening along the South Causeway Bridge, shut down after a multi-car crash earlier today. Police tell us they were after a reckless driver when the driver took off toward the bridge. 2 people, including the driver police were after, were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The eastbound lanes of the bridge are now open. Westbound remains closed.
Also, if you're just joining us, WKMG is hitting the road every day this week, covering Oviedo and the challenges and successes in the area. News 6 anchor Matt Austin joins us now live from the community tonight. He's been enjoying the beautiful weather, checking out all of the sights out there in Oviedo. How's it going, Matt?
Yeah, it couldn't be going better. The weather is holding out so far. We'll talk to Julie Broughton about that in just a minute. But we're at Center Lake Park, where people are enjoying the splash pad. There is a full dog park right behind the camera, and it's just really a beautiful place. And we're talking about the stories, the hidden gems, the history, the growth, the good and the bad, everything that people wrote into us about right here in Oviedo. It's a special place and a special day. You might, if you've been sticking with us for a little bit, we talked about the new tasers the police department is getting, which Eric Von Anken showed us the point when it came to these things. And it's not something I would ever want to get hit by, but it was a fascinating look at some new technology there. So you can check that out at clickorlando.com. And in case you didn't know, the city has a big birthday coming up. It's looking better than ever, but 100 years. The party you don't want to miss. And the event planner, who happens to have the last name Martini. I don't know if that's made up or that's true, but we're going to talk to her in just a few minutes. But right now, have to get you back inside to meteorologist Julie Broughton. Julie, I know there are some storms that should be firing up coming into the evening. At what point?
I lost Matt's audio there, but we're already seeing some of those showers and storms firing up. I think he was asking at what point are they going to be heading his way, and I think he will be seeing some storms in Oviedo in the next half hour to hour, so I will definitely be letting him know when he needs to take cover and move inside. But you can see with the west coast sea breeze that's been dominating, we have a whole lot of lightning, and also we do have a special weather statement for Orange and Lake counties. That is up until 5:45 because of this cluster of thunderstorms. It is dropping heavy rain, producing winds up to around 50 miles per hour and also producing some small hail. Now, all of that is continuing to move to the east right around 15 miles per hour. So we'll go ahead and track from the leading edge of all of this, moving it to the east. And remember, additional storms will continue to spark along those sea breeze boundaries. So on this path, the leading edge will move into areas like Pine Hills in the next 5 minutes and Fort Florida in the next 7 minutes. Now, our east coast sea breeze also has gotten fired up, so that is producing some showers down in southern Brevard County as well as Volusia and Flagler counties. We will talk more about the timing of that sea breeze collision coming up.
All right, thanks, Julie. Chronic absenteeism is an issue schools across Central Florida face. A bill is making its way through the Florida House right now, and it could help identify students missing school frequently.
As well as hold parents more accountable. News 6's Angie Casada is looking at how officials hope it'll get results to solve the problem. Well, Central Florida is loaded with history, including Oviedo.
So let's check back in with anchor Matt Austin as the city prepares to look to its past while journeying into the future. Matt.
Yeah, it is such a historic place that people don't understand out here in Oviedo. I'm at Center Lake Park, and in less than a month, this place right here is going to transport you back in time as they celebrate their 100th birthday out here in Oviedo. Donovan Myrie takes a look at the centennial celebration.
It's a party for the community decades in the making.
In January, we rolled out banners throughout the city so that we can either remind people or let, especially the new people that are in town, know that we're turning 100.
The city of Oviedo will be celebrating its centennial birthday next month.
My name is Terry Martini. I am the Special Events Administrator for the City of Oviedo, and I put on all of the fun and fantastic festivals and events right here in the city.
On Saturday, April 26th, officials will turn Center Lake Park into what they're calling a walk through time in Oviedo. The all-day festival will feature food trucks, cocktails from every decade, and live entertainment.
We are going to have 100 years of entertainment, meaning the amphitheater stage is going to have live entertainment all day. And they start with a group that's coming out and singing songs from the 1920s, all the way until 9 o'clock, where we finish off with a more modern form of entertainment. And that will lead into our laser and fireworks show.
The celebration will also have one very special surprise many people will enjoy.
So we do have cars from the decades. I requested 2 cars from every decade. So that is starting with a 1925 vehicle all the way to 2025.
So what do we have here, sir?
1967 Chevy Camaro RSSS.
Rare?
Pretty rare.
Don Musica is the second owner of this first-generation Camaro, a car with an interesting backstory of why he bought it.
1985 movie, Better Off Dead.
Don't tell me you bought this because of that John Cusack movie.
That's it.
Musica says he remembers when cars played a much more prominent role in the lives of young people, growing up and evolving through the years, just like the city of Oviedo.
Every Friday and Saturday night with no internet, no cell phones, that's how you socialized. You cruised your car. That's how you met girls. That's how you went to parties.
Do you kind of say to the kids today, you don't understand what you're missing?
They do it, but a little different. They have car meets and their cars and coffees. Yeah, it's a little different, but yeah. I wish they would do it more, but they do. We do allow newer cars, and there will be some newer cars at the event here for the 100-year anniversary.
In Oviedo, getting results, Donovan Myrie, News 6.
Okay, you just saw her in Donovan's story. This is Terry Martini. She organizes all the events around Oviedo. And you do like martinis, from what I understand.
Do, yes. It is my last name. I have to.
Yeah, it's a part of the deal here. So, Terry, thank you so much for joining us. People love free, and it's a beautiful place to have it if you want to check out the 100th year anniversary celebration, April 26th from 3 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. right here at Center Lake Park. It should be a great time, and I bet it'll be jumping around here. Miss Martini, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Going to send it back into the studio for a look at the rest of your news of the day, ladies.
All right, Matt, thank you. And by the way, tomorrow, Matt and I will be trading places as WKMG hits the road to Oviedo. I will be live in Oviedo taking a look at its 100-year history, its hidden gems, as well as how it is a youth sports powerhouse. Matt alluded to that a little bit earlier, but it has helped shape some major league athletes. So make sure to tune in live tomorrow on News 6 and the News 6 Plus streaming app for your TV. You can also find these stories at cliporlando.com. We all love when we are able to hit the road and cover news a little differently and highlight all of the wonderful things in Central Florida.
It's so much fun to see y'all out in the field and just showcasing all of these wonderful communities in Central Florida. So many places that we might not get to see very often.
Well, there is a very well-known man in Oviedo. His name is Riley Green, and I got the chance to speak with his dad, so that's coming up tomorrow.
Oh,
so,
very cool. Okay, Lisa. All right, looking forward to it. Okay, well, there are only 4 remaining, including the boys from Gainesville. We're previewing Florida's Final 4 matchup.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Good Greek Moving and Storage.
The I-4 food tour is live right now for News 6 Insiders.
You ever taste something so good that it makes you mad?
There's so many flavors in that.
This pork is super tender and spicy.
I'm hitting up our local restaurants, trying out their signature dishes, so maybe you can figure out where to eat this weekend. Come on, photographer, I know you're liking that.
Oh, there's stuff inside.
It's the I-4 food tour. Check it out.
I'm meteorologist Julie Broughton. We are continuing to track some showers and thunderstorms along both of our sea breeze boundaries. Here is our west coast sea breeze producing some strong storms throughout northern Lake County, stretching back down into Orange County. And the east coast sea breeze also now producing some storms right along the I-4, I-95 intersection down toward Kissimmee and then back down along I-95 in Brevard County. Let's start out and show you what's going on with this cluster of stronger storms. The National Weather Service actually did issue a special weather statement for this that was allowed to drop at 5:45. This area of storms is producing winds gusting to 50 miles per hour, also dropping some small hail, and all of this is moving to the east right around 15 miles per hour. So as we put a track on that for you, taking it out 15 miles per hour, here's a look at some cities and when you can expect this leading line of showers and thunderstorms, or the leading edge rather, to move into your area. So Daisy Lake in the next 6 minutes, Blue Springs Landing in about 23 minutes, and DeLand in about 25 minutes. We'll take a look at what's going on along our east coast sea breeze boundary, and we are expecting these boundaries to collide likely through East Orange County into eastern Osceola County, and that's where we could see some additional strong storms with some winds around 50 to 60 miles per hour and also some hail. Right on top of Ormond Beach right now, you are seeing some extremely heavy rainfall right along I-95, likely seeing ponding of water on roadways. With this will continue pushing off toward the east as well. And then as we go down into Osceola and Brevard counties, again, you are continuing to see some of those showers and thunderstorms firing as well. And these storms have been dropping some heavy rain. Grant, Valcaria, Mico, you'll be seeing some of this as all of this continues pushing toward the east. Here is the clouds and rain forecast taking you through the rest of the evening, stopping the clock at 7. You see right along our east coast, this model has been doing pretty well with the storms today. Looks like we'll still see some showers and storms stretching from Daytona Beach down toward areas like Grant, Valcaria, and Mico, even a few lingering showers across interior spots like Kissimmee. Then after sunset, we'll clear everything out of here. Expect a little bit of light fog toward morning, and then through the day tomorrow, we'll keep our rain chances right around 20%. And that front you see trying to sneak in the picture, that will not actually be able to successfully make it all the way through Central Florida. Now, we are going to keep the heat around every day for the next next several days. Today, we made it to 89 after a morning low of 63. Launch Credit Union cameras showing some clouds building in Brevard County, where right now we're sitting at 88 degrees. Most of us are hanging out in the upper 80s, with the exception of the spots seeing some of that rain right now. Hour-by-hour forecast featuring Hamish, the 14-year-old Westie, 8 o'clock, 80 degrees, cooling to the upper 70s by 9 o'clock. Your pinpoint accurate forecast showing 69 overnight in Orlando, 67 in Kissimmee. Now, here's your 7-day forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Publix.
Notice those afternoon highs. Now remember, the normal high this time of year is 81. We will be right around 90, even in the 90s this weekend. Every single day, you'll notice a chance of rain back in the forecast on Monday. Looks like potentially we could see a big cool down behind that. Little early to tell exactly how cool, but we might see highs in the 70s behind that system.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Julie, thank you. The Florida Gators' dream season will wrap up this coming weekend at the Final Four.
Yeah, Ryan Welch joins us now to talk about this incredible run this team is experiencing. I mean, they are 2 wins away from a national championship.
It would be the program's 3rd national title if they can get it done, but it has been some ride for a team that was picked to finish 6th in the conference. The latest highlight was that come-from-behind win over Texas Tech in the West Region Championship this past weekend. Absolutely 7 regular season games left. Need to keep winning to ensure that home game in the play-in. But the Gators, 2 more wins for a national championship.
I mean, talk about the perfect timing for these Florida teams to hit their stride. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right before the Final Four, right before the playoffs. I mean, this is great. We love it.
Keep it rolling.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, after the break, the most stressed out states in the nation. Find out where Florida ranks.
Coming up in the morning, another record year expected when it comes to cruising.
Why so many are choosing to set sail for their vacations and the trends you need to know about before booking a trip.
Plus your pinpoint weather and traffic every 10 minutes. We'll see you for News 6 mornings starting at 5.
You're watching News 6 at 5. Getting results. We'll be right back.
As a trooper, I know how every crash is going to affect your commute. So watch me on News 6 mornings.
Next ET, we're in London with the cast of a Minecraft movie. Plus, we're with Gene Smart and the cast of Hacks before their season 4 return.
Oh my God, wait till you see.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on News 6.
Here's what's new with WKMG, sponsored by Lexus of Orlando and Lexus of Winter Park. Want to submit a story for our investigators or maybe promote something in your community? You can do all that and more with our brand new results desk at help.clickorlando.com.
Today, the Supreme Court heard arguments on whether states can tax religiously affiliated groups. The Catholic Charities Bureau and 4 affiliate organizations say Wisconsin violated the First Amendment's religious protections by denying exemptions from unemployment taxes. Critics say it could put more than 1 million U.S. workers at risk of losing benefits. Churches are exempt from most taxes, but the court will have to decide if groups affiliated with religious organizations also get the same accommodation. Well, these days, a lot of people have a lot on their minds, but are Americans equally stressed out across the country, or are some places more on edge than others?
Right. Researchers had that very same question. They looked at the work, money, family, and health and safety related stress of people living in all 50 states. So New Mexico was the most stressed state, followed by Nevada and Louisiana in the top 3. Florida also made the top 10, coming in at number 9. Everybody just relax.
I know. You would think like our weather here would help people
go to the beach,
chill out. Yeah.
Read a book. All right. Well, to read about why Floridians are so stressed out and to find the least stressed state in the country, you can check out this article on clickorlando.com.
Well, here's what we're working on for News 6 at 6. The community of Pine Hills is ready to see an abandoned church transform for the better. The business owner that is ready to invest in it to expand.
And the concerns and stories of Oviedo featured all week here on News 6, a live look from this community that has plenty of history in Central Florida. The mysterious disappearance of Oviedo's chickens, part of News 6 anchor Matt Austin's live coverage when Hits the Road continues next.
You're watching News 6, Getting Results. We'll be right back.